Welcome to BIT122 Section 8. I'll give you a brief review of our website here in Blackboard or WebCT. I hope you're able to get in without any problems. We'll start at the left-hand side, and you'll see on the left-hand side there's course tools, course content, announcements, calendar, discussions, mail, media library, syllabus, and my grades. So those are things that you'll frequently use. In the middle, it's the same thing, course content, so you can also access it here. Glossary just has all the vocabulary words that you also find at the end of the textbook. Syllabus, which I should have sent you, but another copy is here. Course information, welcome letter, and we'll go through these things now. So let's start at the left-hand side. Click on Course Documents. This is the area that you'll access most often, and then we'll click here on the left-hand side, Course Documents again. And here are the 15 chapters or 16 chapters. We have only 8 weeks, so we're going to have to do 2 chapters a week. I do have the dates, like Chapter 1 here, October 23rd, and also Chapter 2, October 23rd. Chapter 3 and 4 is October 30th. 5 and 6 is November 6th. And I will adjust those other dates as we get down close to them. There's a midterm, which is 25% of your grade. And if you scroll down to the bottom, there's a final exam, which also represents additional 25% of your grade. All this is to be done at your home computer or school computer. You do not have to come to class for anything. Let's go into Chapter 1 and take a look at what we've got to do here. Okay, I had to expand this. You may have to expand this too. So we'll go through these hyperlinks. These hyperlinks are the same on every chapter, just the content changes. Goal statements is just a 5 or 6. It takes about 30 seconds to look over those. The next thing down is advanced preparation, and this just goes over once again things that the purpose of each chapter and some visuals that you may or may not find in the book, and you'll just have to determine whether these are 15-second deals, skip, or if you want to spend 2 or 3 minutes on each one. Lecture notes is a PowerPoint presentation. Some people like PowerPoints. It's not does not have audio though, but it might help review the chapter. I'm not going to click on it here because it does take a half a minute or a minute to load, and I'd like to use that time to do other things. Okay. Class notes, which is kind of a summary of the chapter, much like the previous things. It's only about 1 page long, so but it may have it's worth 30 seconds or a minute of your reading time, because there may find something in here that helps as a key point for you to learn the information in Chapter 1. Frequently asked questions, that's another, could be short, but read over it. Should take a minute or something like that. It might be worthwhile. Flashcards are a definite. Rather than having the 3x5 card yourself, here's an electronic way of presenting them. There's 75 words in this first chapter, and then you can go through and pick and choose the definitions and the spelling of the words and shuffle your deck over here and have all kinds of good practice to force you to learn the words in the chapter. Click at the top there. Interactive games. Some people like these games. It helps lock you into the games. The next thing is the tests, which are graded. Okay. Let me go through the sequence. So these 7 things we've looked at here, you can either do these after you read the chapter. The sequence is up to you. Before you take the quizzes, another important thing is to look at the end of the chapter is the learning exercises. And they're about 4 or 5 pages long, or in this case 8, 7 pages long. I will send you the answer key, so you can compare your answers with what you wrote in the back of the book. Self-grading. Okay, ungraded. Okay, once you have read the chapter, done the learning exercise answers and compared with answers, and done sufficient practice online, then you're ready to take the 4 quizzes. These represent 15% or so of your final grade in total. The first one is the pre-test, which is 10 questions, I believe. Multiple choice is 20, fill in the blank is 20, and true false is 20. Once you click on here, you only have one try to take the assessment. And so you make a choice here, and then as you save your choice, on the right side it tells you, how many you've taken and that you've answered them correctly. Eventually, at the end of the 10th question or 20th question, then you want to hit finish, and it will grade it for you automatically, show you what you missed and what you got right, and it automatically be recorded in the grade book. So that's an important thing to do. We need to do that before the assignment deadline on October 23rd. Then at the very bottom says the word discussion. This is represents 10% of your grade. If you look in your textbook, let's see what page, I should have what page it's on. Page 25 in your textbook is a scenario about a person, a little story about a person's condition. Well, this particular chapter is just what you should do to be successful in medical terminology. And then the discussion has to do with someone who's learning medical technology. What study habits would you suggest that person have in order to accomplish this task? Then on the left-hand side is the word discussions. And then discussion 1. And then you click on create message. And then you would write discussion 1 up here, and then what you would suggest this person do. There's no perfect answer. This should be like a 3 or 5 minute exercise. It does represent 10 points in each chapter, so don't forget it. And then eventually you hit the word post. So discussions. So let's see if I have my calendar set up for you here. Yes, I've got the calendar set up for you each month, each week, what your suggested schedule is. Okay. Let's quickly review, and then, email. If you want to send me email, click on Mail, Create Mail, Browse for Recipients, find my name, Steve Larson, hit Save, and then you hit the subject, and then you can write the message, and you hit Send. This is the best place to send me mail, send me assignments. This is where you want to do that, in the mail within our website. Okay. I hope that here's my grades, and I won't be able to access that, but this is where you'll see the results of your grades very easily. Okay. I hope that little review helped you, and I'll be sending you more messages. Always look at the announcements area on the left-hand side, and that gives you up to date with what I'm expecting for that week. Good luck, and keep corresponding if you have any questions.